It's BT the BT Motogp Mugello review. Let's get right to it. There are no more beautiful words in life than Mugello. I mean, maybe not guilty and the baby's not yours, but those are pretty much phrases. Anyway, let's get right to it. Moto 3. Ride the race in Moto 3 goes to Colin Vieja from the Netherlands. This kid has gone through it this year. Good to see him get a top 6. They're going to Germany and Assen, and he's from the Netherlands. So he's going to be held the next couple weeks. A heartbreak goes to Joel Kelso. Damn, Joel. But Joel's getting healthy. And I think he's going to be held for the rest of the year. Watch out for Joel Kelso. A healthy Joel Kelso is going to be, I think, consistent top 10s at least. I'm going to say that. Anyway, the whole race, I think Moto 3 had the best racing of the whole afternoon. And let me tell you something. Jack Appleyard is the greatest interviewer for MotoGP because he asked the tough questions. I love Simon Crafar, but Simon Crafar is a former racer. So he asked, because he goes in delicately because he knows the psychology of racers. He goes, so I was talking to Pecco and, whereas Appleyard is like, hey, so what happened out there, man? I mean, you could have won it. So I love Appleyard. And Appleyard said this, and it makes sense about Sasaki. Sasaki basically has the shakes. You know when catchers in baseball, they can't throw it back to the pitcher? They'll throw it to the third baseman, the first baseman, and the pitcher's like, dude, just throw it. I'm right here. And he can't do it. He's got like the shakes. And that's basically what Sasaki had. Sasaki said this. He goes, since he crashed the first 2 or 3 races of the year, it's mental. So he's just like, I just want to finish because he thinks about crashing. He didn't going to go for the moves. So I think if he sees a sports psychologist, I think it'd help him get over that hump. But then again, no, it's easy for me to say. I'm sitting on my fat black ass, drinking a Red Bull going, go for it. Well, anyway, he's got 16, 17-year-old, 18-year-old killers, straight up killers trying to take his head off and get the MotoGP. So, But still, I think a sports psychologist helped him get over that hump. I think Sasaki could be held. Denny on Chu, damn, he picked the wrong time to go through puberty. It's like the movie Airplane. I picked the wrong time to go through puberty. And that's the truth. He's just too big right now. When he goes through the straights, he can't keep his elbows in, and he loses time on the straights. But not taking anything away from Dave Delgado. Oh my God, Delgado? Delgado. I mean, the kid is great. It's not over yet. But this kid's racecraft is just beautiful. He knew when to let up, when to come. I mean, it was beautiful. Anyway, great race in Moto 3. Moto 3. Moto 2, ride of the race goes to Alonso Lopez. 2 long lap penalties. And by the way, he did Bruce Lee Sam Lowe's out of the way. And Sam Lowe's is my heartbreak because Sam Lowe's was on it. Here's how much Sam Lowe's was on it. That even Pedro Acosta after the race goes, Lowe's is really fast. The way he said, he goes, Lowe's is really fast, And the way he had it look in his eye, like he knew Lowe's was going to be a problem. And by the way, I think if you're on a long lap penalty and you go wide and have to brake, right? You're at another disadvantage. You lose actually a second or 2, right? So why does he have to do another one? I mean, I just think if you make a mistake on the long lap penalty, you shouldn't have to do another one. He did 2 and still finished in the top 6. He's definitely my rider of the race on that Boscagura chassis. Everybody else is on the Calyx. You know what I'm trying to say. Give that dude credit. Lopez, it's not over yet, but let me tell you, I gotta go here before I forget. They're talking about they're giving a deadline for Pedro Acosta going to MotoGP. Listen, KTM, let's just be honest here. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Okay. They're talking about, maybe another year in Moto 2. Are you out of your mind? Pedro Acosta is like watching Patrick Mahomes warm up on the sidelines. He's a rookie. Even the starter was like, yeah, my job is done. Yeah, I won't be here next year. And that's what it was. They went to the playoffs, and they knew Patrick Mahomes was going to be the starting quarterback. And that's what it's like having Pedro Acosta. You can't have him come back to Moto 2 with those killers. And it's motorcycle racing. You don't know what's going to happen. Here's what I would do. If motorcycle racing was like American sports, here's what I would do. I would trade Miller to Honda. Have his ass go back to Honda, and have Pedro Acosta take his place. Because gas is basically KTM anyway. Or I'd tell Paul Espargaro, hey, look, man, why don't you take the rest of the year to heal up, okay? You become a test rider or whatever. We'll still pay you. Be a test rider. You go kiss babies, say hi to people, whatever. Just get your body right. Okay. That's what I would do. Because you can't, Augusto Fernandez is kicking ass. You can't have this guy, demote this guy back to Moto 2. Keep him. Maybe move Miller to gas, get rid of Espargaro. I hate saying it because I love Espargaro, but still, you got to have Pedro Acosta at MotoGP next year. If Tiger Tony is going to go to Ducati next year, that's what's going to happen. If he goes and Pedro stays, look at my face. You can't. You gotta let him go. And by the way, this is totally off subject, but man, I would give Mir the year off. I mean, it's hard to watch Mir. I love that guy, and he just can't get it going. He's crashed more times and so far than he did all last season. He's skinny. He looks anorexic, and he's losing, and he's breaking bones. Jesus, pay him his contract. Tell him just go take some time off. I mean, you walk into Mir's room, and his wife is like, Johan, are you okay? And he's like, we're going to have a barbecue. You want to go eat? It's his stomach. And he's like, how's your finger? It's still broken. Give that guy the, I don't know what it is. I just feel so. That's what the Honda does. And by the way, speaking of the Honda's woes is the best thing that ever could happen to Yamaha. Because Yamaha's sucking ass too. But for some reason, I think it's because it's Mark. He's taking the heat off of Yamaha. And here's how bad Yamaha is, right? I'm going to skip this right now. The whole weekend, the entire weekend, what got me was when Jack Appleyard asked Frankie Morbidelli, he go, listen, you finished ahead of Fabio. So you think that's going to help you, come back to Yamaha next year? And Frankie, cool ass Frankie goes, what makes you think I want to come back to Yamaha? Asked Lynn. And I was like, man, I put a jacket on. I heard that. I go, ooh, that was chilly. I mean, that's how chilly it was. Like, oh, let me get the chaqueta. I mean, that to me blew my mind for Frankie to say that. And I don't think Lynn ever really liked Frankie. Because let me tell you something. Less than 2 years ago, they won the World Championship with Fabio. The year that Fabio was supposed to win it, that Johan won it, Frankie could have won it. No one talks about what Frankie did. And to me, Lynn never really embraced Frankie. That's just me talking out of my ass. Lynn never really embraced Frankie. He never did. From the outside looking in. So I just think I think they both had enough of each other. It's like a bad marriage. Like, like those people that get married because, hey, man, I'm getting older and I don't know. You want to get married? And they go, yeah, so you do it. And all of a sudden you wake up one day like, man, I don't even like her. So I think they got to go from each other, I think, after this year. And if I was Jorge Martin, I'd be like, man, I ain't going to Yamaha. You can that hunk of junk, that clunker, stay. I don't know what it is with Ducati. Stay with Ducati, Jorge. By the way, I'm getting ahead of myself. Ride of the race in Motogp goes to Alicia Spargo. If there's ever a reason, kids, not to text and drive, it's Alicia Spargo. He had a crash on his push bike, as the Europeans would say, on his push bike, right, and got hurt, and almost didn't make the grid. If I was a Aprilia Bros, I'd be like, he did what? That's why they've always been supportive of Iannone, even to this day. I call Iannone right now and go, hey, Andrea, what are you doing? He's like, I'm getting my face redone. Never mind. Anyway, don't text and ride, kids. Alicia Spargo, ride of the race. Heartbreak goes to the Marquez brothers. Damn, Mark's overriding the bike. He does great in the sprint races. I want to see him keep it together. It's hard to watch because he still has the passion. I don't care what anybody says. Mark is still the damn guy to watch. He really is. I love watching what he's going through right now. It's so hard. I still love him. I love them all. I still love Marquez. Damn, man, what he's going through. But I thought the racing was good. But like I said, Pedro, if it was American sports, Pedro goes to KTM at the worst. At the worst. If I was Honda, I don't know what you got to do. By the way, what the hell's going on in Japan? Okay, Yamaha, Honda, all the Japanese manufacturers, they're all sucking ass right now. Suzuki got smart and said, "Fuck it, we're out of here." Suzuki said, "We're done." Matter of fact, they left like a deadbeat dad on Christmas Eve. See you later, kids. Like, where'd Daddy go? And where's the Christmas tree at? And where'd the gifts go? And meanwhile, Daddy's in Vegas going, "Yeah, I'm single." 7. That's what they did. Suzuki left in the middle of a test. Remember that? They did. So Yamaha and Honda, all the Japanese manufacturers, was there a tsunami I didn't know about? I mean, seriously, for them to do what they did and what they're doing now, I think COVID did do a number of them, I guess. I don't know. But it's management. Anything on this level, you got the greatest riders in the world between Fabio and Mark, and you can't do no better than that. Fabio raced his ass off. So does Mark, and you can't do no better than that. It's not the riders. Hey, it's you. Yamaha and Honda, it's you. It's not the riders, it's you. So in that whole country or whatever, find the engineers and do the damn thing. Do the damn job, because you're doing a disservice to the riders. Anyway, that's my take on it. I had to redo this thing like 3 or 4 times because I go on a long diatribe. Wow, I never said that word before. That's weird when that happens, isn't it? Anyway, so yeah, I thought the racing was just okay. I thought Moto 3 was the best race of the afternoon. I did like the celebrations, man. It's watching Pedro deliver pizzas. How funny was that? I thought that was great. I got to talk about the qualifying. I thought it was great that Pecco. This is how smart Mark is. And I kind of thought Mark was lying because I did see Mark look back and then like he saw him coming. Granted, maybe Mark was like, okay, he's coming. I'm going to get out of his way. And then Pecco just lost his shit. By the way, Pecco is low-key snarky, and no one talks about it. How many times in interviews Pecco goes, seriously, I'm not going to answer that question, seriously. And Mark was like, never going to get it, never going to get it. He like in Vogue, never going to get it. Whoa, 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 whoa. He shook his finger at him. Pecco got mad, shook his finger at him. And Mark was like, hey, thanks, dummy. Because, I couldn't catch you anyway on that duck. But now that you got pissed off, hey, I'm going to follow you. How about that? He even made him more mad. And somewhere, Vinales is like, see, I told you, it wasn't just me. So, yeah, you got to give it to Mark for the head games. God damn, that was beautiful. Pecco tried to ram him. I don't care what anybody says. Pecco came up close and tried to ram him and was kind of flipping him off, whatever. And Mark was like, yeah, okay, I'll just follow you then. So, Mark knows the bike is not where it should be, and he gets a tow from people. That is fucking brilliant. Hey, that's racecraft. People get mad all you want to. That's racecraft. What you got to do what you got to do. It's like a UFC fight. If you hold somebody down, right, and can score punches, whatever, while they're on the ground, hey, you still win the fight. So props to Mark on that, what he did. I thought that was the funniest part of the whole weekend, and that's brilliant. But in a race, they got to get it together. Anyway, man, I was rambling on this, but goddamn, I just love this sport. Anyway, I thought the racing was just okay. Moto 3 was the best race of the afternoon. I give the racing a B at best. I'm being generous. But anyway, that's it. The comments are always welcome and the criticism. I don't get mad. I just like that you guys watch. I really mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys for watching. I'm BT with the Motogp Mugello review. Bye.